Hello everyone, this is Rob and welcome back to Media Awareness and another album suggestion video. Before I go any further, briefly I would just like to ask you to consider liking, sharing, and commenting on this video. It's greatly appreciated. Also, please consider becoming a Patreon member. You can find the link to my Patreon page in the description, in addition to a link to my Facebook page if you're not comfortable leaving a public comment on this forum. You could do so privately to me on Facebook, and I will respond to you personally. There'll also be a link to the Amazon Media Awareness wish list in the description as well. And you can see my cat little girl in the background. Hey. So, this is an interesting album that I'm going to highlight. But before I highlight that, just as a point of reference, it is February 18th, 2023. And in my hand, I'm holding, if you can see this, a package of Peeps. Now, I do realize Easter is probably the next major holiday, but it's February. This should not be a thing. I just had to feature that because it really boggles my mind. I love Peeps. I've been talking about them lately, and here they are. And it's unnatural that they should be out and available this soon. So today's album in the album suggestion series is Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush IV. It is the fourth studio album from Mahogany Rush and Frank Marino. And this album is notable for me. It's actually the first album I listened to by Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush. And I was simply captivated. Interestingly, there is a rumor and a urban legend, if you will, that the record company had come up with due to Marino's similar sound to that of Jimi Hendrix. They created this sort of legend that Marino had dropped too much acid, was institutionalized, and while institutionalized, was visited by the apparition of Jimi Hendrix, who endowed Marino with his guitar playing abilities and songwriting abilities as a whole. This, of course, is not the case. Marino is just that talented and sounds, interestingly, a lot like Hendrix. But he's not, and the music stands on its own as his own. Mahogany Rush consists of Frank Marino, of course, on lead vocals, guitars, keyboards, mellotron, everything of that nature. Paul Harwood on bass, and Jimmy Abe on drums. This band really had a full sound. I think that says a lot about Marino's playing as well, that he was able to give the band that sort of flair. And this album really is like a magical experience. The first song I heard off of this album is a song called Dragonfly. And my dad had asked me to listen to it off of the live album. And I did, and I immediately looked up the studio version, found this album, and managed to get this album in a collection set of two of the Mahogany Rush albums. the 4 album and its follow up. But this album 4 always, like I said, always resonated for me personally. It had this vibe about it. Now, if you're new to Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush, and you listen to them, you will know this is a familiar vocal style of Jimi Hendrix. And reportedly, Marino said that that's just his style. That's what he kind of just did naturally. And I tend to believe that. That being said, if you're really a Hendrix fan, I think you'll enjoy Frank Marino and Mahogany Rush because it is sort of like a continuation of what Hendrix had begun in his later recordings. That being stated as well, this material does stand apart on its own as a work of art that Frank Marino was able to bring to us on this album for. I am going to leave a link to this album in the description. I couldn't find a lot of material on the making of this or anything like that. It was released in 1976 and was relatively successful, but Frank Marino unfortunately never achieved the status I feel that he deserves as a guitarist and as an engineer of pioneering new sound, which is why I'm doing this video, to bring his career to light and to have you guys check out some of his work, because this is some of his best work on this album, in my humble opinion. There's a lot of sort of semi-psychedelia mixed with progressive rock, but not epic long progressive rock, just enough to give the songs a bit more flavor in terms of the arrangements. And some of it is even kind of funky. And if you have any doubt of Marino's abilities, all you have to do is look up any live performance and he will blow you away. He's one of those guitar players that should be revered like Hendrix, A. Van Halen, Yngwie, anyone of a notable stature. Yet he's sort of this cult figure that exists in the shadows of rock and roll. But for those of us fortunate enough to know of his existence, I think we're definitely lucky people. So make yourself one of the lucky ones and check out Frank Marino's 4. And let me know what you think of this album suggestion in the comments below or privately on Facebook. I will leave a link to either the audio from this album and or a song, whatever I could find. That way you can hear for yourself. I really, really highly recommend experiencing this on your own. This is Rob with Media Awareness, and I hope you all have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.